Australia has voted. And as I'm doing this video live stream, I'm letting you know in around 2 hours or just under that, there is going to be the close of the polls, and then they start counting them straight after that. We're going to know tonight. It's not going to be close according to the polls and according to the betting agencies. It's going to be a Labor win unless there's the Scott Morrison miracle, which many are thinking is fading by the hour. So why has the election been lost by Peter Dutton? I'll tell you why. Number one, he's a copper. Deep down, people don't like cops, right? He's got that, aggressive 80s, 90s look. He's a little bit boring. Take him aside and have a bullet point list of the things he stands for and his government. You'd turn around and say, maybe they're better than the ones that Albo had if you took personalities aside. But Albo's got a spring in his step. He was like the cool kid at that last debate, So all I can really say to you is, Peter Dutton, why did you fail? Probably no one wants Trump 2.0 in Australia. They got nervous over the last month. Probably you not knowing the price of eggs or even being remotely close doesn't help with your connection to your constituents. Probably being a bit boring. So let's see tonight what transpires. Man, the betting agencies are paying $10, so there's still a chance. But I've got to say, from a real estate perspective, today I still had a full card. I did 12 auctions, 7 sold out of 12. And I'm letting you know that it is a difficult marketplace. But listen, the deals are hard to get across the line. Apart from, that 1 in 10 property that ticks all the boxes and goes off in any market. So really, what you should be doing, if you're a buyer, you should always buy the ones that everyone wants, because when it comes time to sell it, it's going to be the one that everyone wants to buy again. So you will benefit as the seller on that occasion. But ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say that I was talking to a good friend of mine, client, colleague, David Walker from Ray White, and he said something along the lines of, let's make real estate great again. And I thought to myself, how could you make real estate great again? From a real estate agent's perspective, well, I wrote down a couple of things. Number one, you'd bring in IQ tests. Listen, I've been working in this industry for 40 years, and I'm absolutely convinced that the IQ level has gone down in the industry. No question about it. I mean, today, for many agents, it is a victory for them to actually get the correct keys and show up to the correct property at the correct time. That is like a big win for them, for a small cohort of agents, right? So maybe bring in an IQ test. Anything under 80, you don't get in. The second thing I had is, listen, how do you make real estate great again? Start dressing not like you are successful, because that's all people seem to worry about these days, looking successful instead of doing successful, right? And I got to tell you, man, some of these real estate agents spend more time concerned about how they look from a fashion perspective. I mean, some agents, don't get me wrong, they look fantastic, but they're dressing up as if they're actually lining up for a photo shoot for the David Jones catalogue. Actually, not David Jones, more like politics. And I got to tell you, man, listen, it's over the top. Bring socks back in, make it permanent. Next, I got to tell you, how would you make real estate great again? Get real estate agents to have to show agency agreements at auctions. That'll actually cut all the crap out. When a buyer says, hey, what's this going for? Well, let me tell you, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, here's the agency agreement. Here's my estimate. This is what I told them when I listed the property. That's what it is. one story to the vendor, one story to the buyer. And I've got to say, the other thing I would be doing is I would be teaching real estate agents. I would get them in their courses that they're doing to get their certificate and their licenses. I'd whack in maybe a semester of financial literacy, because I got to tell you, there are so many real estate agents that sell real estate that have got no real estate. They rent at best. You know, they might end up with a property after 40 years. Doesn't make sense when some of them are making $400,000-$500,000 a year. Doesn't make sense. So look, when I look at the old real estate agents of 20, 30 years ago, man, I'll tell you one thing, they didn't go out and get car leases, getting, hot cars. They were buying commercial properties, right? That's what they were doing. And you know what they were doing? They were building a lifestyle because they had self-esteem. They had a spine. They weren't worried about trying to look better than what they were because they were comfortable on the inside. And they built portfolios of commercial, residential, blocks of units, and they ended up living great lives because they planned the escape out of a job which you appear to be able to do as a hard slog for about a decade, like sports people do. So for me, in those 40 years, you know what some of the problems are in real estate that I see today? I've got to tell you what they are. They treat prospecting like laundry. They only do it when they really have to do it. Next, excuses. I mean, some agents have got more excuses than listings. Seriously. And then you've got the perfect post syndrome. The agents that are so obsessed, make this post look good, edit it, retake it, have 4 cracks at it. Man, I just can't get over it. Hang on a second. Sorry, sir, I'm on a live stream.
I'll be in the auction waiting for you.
You'll be waiting for me? Sorry.
When you're ready. I'm watching all you.
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm shooting a
I'm
video.
watching you, you know?
Thank you, brother.
I got a love on my heart to you, man.
You got a love of a heart for me, and I got a love of a heart for you. Are you a vendor or buyer today?
I'm a buyer.
You're a buyer?
Yeah.
Okay. Be the first bidder. Send a strong message out there. Tell them, I'm here to do business today.
That's it.
All right? Thank you.
All right.
And you got a Mercedes-Benz there too as well, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. That's your buyer there. Ladies and gentlemen, just stopped me in the car. So, team, more excuses than listings, and they expect... Listen, they'll spend 4 hours editing a post for it to look good. Man, we've gone past that, ladies and gentlemen. They're not looking for a creative designer, man. Just post content. Anyway, I'm letting you know, 7 out of 12. I'm about to do an auction here now, right? And that is in Greenacre. I'm just about to go do it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave as soon as this property's finished, and I'm racing home to watch Sydney FC. Tonight's all about sport, ladies and gentlemen. Sydney FC needs a draw to make the semis. And then I'm leaving Sydney FC and I'm heading straight to West Tigers. Because, Rob, I'm letting you know, the Dragons won't win by 12 today, Rob. They won't be win by 12 because that's where I'm going. I'm going to watch the West Tigers play the Dragons on a big screen. I'm not in Brisbane because it's Magic Round. And that's what I'm going to do. The worst of the worst agent, says Diana, are on the Gold Coast. So unprofessional. Listen, I'm not going to pinpoint, but I am going to tell you, one of the reasons there is a lot of bad agents out there is it's got a low barrier to entry. If you got a pulse rate and you're vertical, you're in. And the second reason is, apart from a small number of people, we have a bunch of real estate trainers that have never listed a property in their life telling real estate agents how to list a property in their life. Get it?